Hey everyone, this is Ben with BathroomBrewsMTG. Welcome to Bathroom Brews. If anyone ever tells you magic is an expensive hobby, well, show them this masterpiece, 99-cent mono blue. That's right, I created a deck for under $1 excluding basic lands. And the leader, or should I say leaders for this deck, are Siani, Eye of the Storm, and Elgeth, Crossroads Augur. Siani is a 4-mana 3/2 Flying Djinn Monk with whenever they attack, scry X, where X is the number of attacking creatures with flying. Elgeth is a 6-mana 5/6 Flying Sphinx, with if you would scry a number of cards, draw that many cards instead. The game plan for this deck is pretty simple. We scry and attack with flyers, and then when we scry, we'll draw cards. I'm scrying right now, and I see you hitting that subscribe button. Alright, now on to the rest of the video. You might think ramp is hard on a super tight budget, and you'd be right. Ticket Turbo Tubes, Spectral Searchlight, and Deranged Assistant are pretty much our only options at this price point. Ticket Turbo Tubes does stuff with tickets and taps to add 1 mana of any color. Spectral Searchlight lets us pick a player and give them a mana of any color they choose. 99.99% of the time, of course, we'll be giving ourselves blue mana. And Deranged Assistant taps, mills us 1 card, and adds a colorless. Removal is another sore spot for the deck, but thankfully we can counter stuff. Convolute, Devious Cover-Up, and Siphon Essence. Convolute counters a spell unless the controller pays 4. Devious Cover-Up exiles the spell and lets us put up to 4 cards from our graveyard back into our library. And Siphon Essence counters a creature or planeswalker spell and gives us a blood token. God, I miss counterspell. Anyways, I also included some auras to tap down creatures, such as Charmed Sleep, Sleep Paralysis, and Paralyzing Grasp. Charmed Sleep and Sleep Paralysis will tap the enchanted creature, while Paralyzing Grasp will simply prevent it from untapping. Not the best stuff, however, for a 99-cent deck, it'll do the job. Okay, on to the fun stuff. You might be surprised with how many blue flying creatures enter the battlefield in Scry. Cloud Reader Sphinx, Djinn Windseer, and Horizon Scholar. Both of the Sphinxes will scry 2 when they enter the battlefield, but Windseer makes us roll a d20. 1 through 19, we scry 1. 10 through 19, we scry 2. And on a nat 20, we scry 3. But with Elgeth out, we are drawing when all of these scry. They're like Mulldrifter, but worse. But we have even more flyers. Since Siani cares about attacking creatures with flying, Djinn of the Fountain, Muse Drake, and Thunder Drake are great includes. Djinn will let us scry whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, Muse Drake cantrips, and Thunder Drake grows larger each time we cast our second spell each turn. And with how much we'll be drawing, that shouldn't be too hard. Now let's take our landlocked landlubbers, yes it's landlubbers, I googled it, and put them into the sky, much like Icarus or the Wright brothers. Ghostlit Drifter, Kitesail Skirmisher, and Raven Wings. Ghostlit Drifter lets us pay 2 and a blue to give another target creature flying until end of turn. Kitesail Skirmisher attacks, another target attacking creature the same player or planeswalker gains flying until end of turn, and is encore for 4 and a blue. Quick rules note, Siani checks how many creatures are attacking with flying as their ability resolves, so this will give an additional scry. And finally, Raven Wings. Much like Red Bull claims to do, will literally give the creature wings. Also make it a bird, which Red Bull does not claim to do. Hashtag not sponsored, but I won't say no. But how are we gonna win? Most likely, it'll just be smashing face with big flyers and holding up interaction. I'd suggest playing this with newer players or in a Battlecruiser-esque game. This is a very slow deck, but it should do well in the right pods. For the upgrades, I have quite a few I'd suggest. However, unlike my normal upgrade section, I'm going to keep all the upgrades here under $1, because we really aren't going to take a 99-cent deck and turn it into a $100 deck. That's like some large percentage bigger. Also, I'm not going to go over every possible upgrade since there are a metric ton you could do. The available card pool in mono blue at 2 cents or less at the time of recording was 421, compared to 4,647 for under $1. That's almost, if not more than 10 times the amount of cards available. So I'm just going to rattle off about 6 for each upgrade section. Like always, you can find them along with the deck list in the video description below. Okay, here we go. For better scrying, we have Preordain, Opt, Serum Visions, Fairy Seer, Jace Mirror Mage, Augury Owl, Witching Well, and Sphinx of Foresight. For ramp, you can add Arcane Signet, Fellwar Stone, Commander's Sphere, Ornithopter of Paradise, Seer's Lantern, and Cold Steel Heart. Drawing matters, you have Psychosis Crawler, Chasm Skulker, Ominous Seas, Nadir Kraken, Min Wily Illusionist, and Ornithage. For better flyers, we have Mulldrifter, Steel Hellkite, Wonder, Smuggler's Copter, aka Looter Scooter, Archetype of Imagination, and Fairy Seer. To buff your flyers, you have Favorable Winds, Sprite Noble, and Windstorm Drake, and for better counter magic, you can include cards like Siren Storm Tamer, Overcharged Amalgam, Nimble Obstructionist, Negate, Rewind, and Mystic Confluence. Boy, that was a mouthful, but if you'd like to see a $100 version of this deck, definitely let me know in the comments section below. As always, thanks for watching. I'd like to thank my patrons for their continued support. If you'd like to join them, my Patreon is linked in the video description below. All my patrons will get early access to videos and their names on screen here. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications when all my videos go live. As always, this has been Ben with BathroomBrewsMTG, and remember, always wash your hands.